Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about something that many people are doing completely wrong, and that is fasting. Whether you're fasting for weight loss or spiritual reasons or to improve your metabolic health, or you're just simply catching up with trends, fasting has become incredibly popular. But popularity doesn't equal proper practice. So I'm going to break it down for us today. I'll be talking about the biggest mistakes people make, why they feel tired, frustrated, and some even gain weight while fasting. And we'll see how we can fix that. So, mistake number one, you think not eating is the whole point. Many people believe that fasting simply means skipping food, but fasting is actually a metabolic strategy, not a hunger competition. If you just stop eating without preparing your body, you're going to experience such intense cravings. You will have headaches, your energy will crash, you will feel irritated, and of course, by 11 a.m., you begin to feel, I can't do this anymore. So fasting has to be done right. It should not feel like torture. If it does, then you're probably fasting the wrong way. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please may I ask you to subscribe, click the subscribe button, click the notification button so that we can go on this journey together. Now back to the episode. Mistake number two, you're fasting, but you feast the wrong way. So when it's time to eat, you're feasting the wrong way. Your eating window matters as much as your fasting window. Some people fast for 18 hours and then they break their fast with a big bowl of rice or two slices of bread or sugary drinks or pastries or deep fried foods. What happens when you do that? Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin surges, and your body stores fat. So essentially, you're undoing the benefits of the fast by eating the wrong thing. So make sure you break your fast with proteins. You've got to start with proteins, healthy fats, fiber. Hydrate yourself, and that will make your fast more effective. I tend to break my fast with some boiled eggs, some form of protein, or eat some chicken or some fish. Start with protein. That will make your fasting more effective. You don't want to give your body a whole load of blood sugar all at once by eating something that is plainly carbohydrates. Mistake number three, you fast while you are dehydrated. Many people forget that when you are not eating, you're also losing salts like sodium, potassium, magnesium, water. All these losses can lead to dizziness, give you muscle cramps, you feel fatigued, your head is sore, you feel your brain is fogged over. So you are not weak, you are simply dry. So you need to hydrate. Throughout the time you're fasting, make sure you're drinking liquids, okay? Some people like to add electrolytes. That also helps you replace some of these salts that you're not taking when you're fasting. But please don't let yourself get dehydrated. That will make your fast more difficult. Number four mistake people make, you're fasting while you are stressed. I want you to understand that fasting is a controlled form of stress. So fasting is a stressor to the body, but it's controlled. But when your life is already filled with other stressors like poor sleep, work pressure, emotional stress, you are ill, or you're exercising extremely, then fasting becomes the straw that can break the camel's back. Fasting will raise your cortisol, your cravings will increase, your belly fat becomes even harder to lose. The body doesn't want to lose fat when you're stressed because it feels it needs the fat, so it's going to hold on to it. So fasting works best when you combine it with a lifestyle that supports your metabolism, not when you fight it by allowing all sorts of stress into your life when you're fasting. All these stressors add up and so they nullify your fast. Mistake number five, you fast randomly. Some people do 16 to 8 today, tomorrow they do 20 hours to 4, the next day they don't fast. Your fasting is just all over the place. And then you binge at the weekend. Without consistency, the body gets confused. Fasting should be structured, not chaotic. Your hormones love routine. Your body loves routine. A simple schedule works better than a complicated one. For example, tell yourself every day during this period of fast, I'm going to fast till 4 p.m. or I'm going to fast till 6 p.m. And while you're fasting, you're drinking, keeping hydrated. That works better rather than you having a fast that is all over the place. 1 minute you don't even know if you're fasting, the next minute you're fasting. Choose a time that is convenient and fast and keep to that time. Give so that your hormones can feel the regularity and not feel like something terrible is happening to you because things are all over the place. The sixth mistake people make is that you're fasting too long. Long fasts are fashionable. You see people doing 72 hours fast, 5 day or dry fast. All that can be unsafe without guidance. So when you fast too long, you might be losing your muscles, your metabolism slows, and that's why you feel cold all the time. Your hormones are disrupted. You start binge eating after the fast. Your mood suffers. You feel really angry that you're fasting. So for most people, a short, consistent fast is actually healthier than long, heroic ones. Choose something doable and stick to it. Number seven mistake, you fast without enough protein. I can't emphasize this hard enough. When people reduce eating time, they tend to dramatically reduce their protein. When you reduce your protein, you're going to lose muscle, you're going to lose your strength, your energy, your body becomes flabby instead of being toned, you lose your metabolic power. When muscles drop, metabolism slows down, and suddenly you're actually gaining weight while you're fasting because your metabolism has dropped. So, optimal fasting includes adequate protein during your eating window. So, during your eating window, don't rush for crepes, don't rush for fries, fried food, and all that. Take some good quality protein and top up yourself. Mistake number eight, you ignore your body's signal. Some people treat fasting like a rigid rule book, but your body is not a robot. If you're feeling extremely weak, you're shaky, you're nauseous, you're confused, you're actually having chest pain or shortness of breath, or you start having severe blinding headaches, that's not discipline, that's danger. Okay, have a look, see what might be going wrong. Maybe you need to drink, top up on fluids. Okay, fasting should improve your health, not compromise it. We don't want you to land in the hospital because you're fasting. So watch out for the signals your body might be giving you. That you might be fasting and you might have a bit of headache simply because you're not eating what you normally eat. That's fine. Drink some water and get some rest. But when the headaches are such that they are blinding, you feel like you're going to collapse, something is obviously wrong, please seek for medical help. The ninth mistake a lot of people make is assuming that fasting will fix everything. Fasting is powerful, but it cannot replace good nutrition. It cannot compensate for lack of sleep. It cannot fix stress. It cannot repair a sedentary lifestyle. Fasting is a tool, not a miracle. It works best in combination with healthy habits. So don't expect your fast to fix everything if you're not doing all the other bits. Please make sure you're not being sedentary, you're eating good quality food, you're resting enough, you're sleeping, you're managing your stressors. That way, fasting can actually work quite well for you. Now, the 10th mistake people make is they don't have a why for their fasting. Why are you fasting? People fast without a purpose. People fast because they say everyone is doing it or you saw it on social media. But knowing why you're fasting shapes the method you're going to use. It shapes the duration, how long you fast for, your expectations, and your lifestyle around the fast. So a clear intention creates better consistency and better results. You've got to have a why for fasting. So if fasting hasn't been working for you, you might not need to stop fasting. You may simply need to stop fasting the wrong way. When fasting is done correctly, fasting improves your energy, your mental clarity, your weight control, your blood sugar, your inflammation, your inflammatory levels actually fall, and it improves your overall health. But it must be intentional, it must be structured, and it must be supported by the right habits. So remember, fasting is not about suffering, it's about strategy. What's your strategy? And when you fast the right way, your body will actually thank you. Fasting is something I enjoy doing. I try to do it now and again. And this period of fasting, I'm joining in to do it. And I'm using all these things I have explained to you to help me in the fast. So tell me, which of these points are you going to fix? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to hear that your fast is going well. I wish you happy fasting and I hope you get the results you're aiming for. So bye for now and I'll see you in my very next video. Stay well. Bye.